It's funny how people on the left and some voices on the woke right will try to make the argument that Hamas are just resistance fighters who are fighting against Israeli occupation, that they are protecting the Palestinian people. Well, if that was the case, I would say they're doing a very poor job of stopping Palestinians from getting killed, especially from Israeli airstrikes, which hardly has an effect on the massive tunnel system that Hamas has built almost as large as the New York subway system. That's why the IDF soldiers were on foot, setting up explosives to blow up the tunnels. Those same exact tunnels they could have used to evacuate civilians underground, but no. They said to the civilians that the tunnels are for Hamas fighters only. Isn't it ironic that the Israeli government to have underground bunkers for their civilians to go to safety? But Hamas, who controls all of Gaza, will not allow civilians to use their underground tunnel system to get to safety. And it's not like Hamas were unaware of the incoming airstrikes. The Israeli Defense Force dropped millions of flyers into Gaza, telling them to evacuate their homes and move south, and to leave the area for safety. They also sent text messages and phone calls, and Hamas came across those alerts as well. And also, if Hamas knew the airstrikes were coming, why didn't they use their rockets to fire at the incoming fighter jets, to at least attempt to try to shoot them down or deter them away? I mean, after all, they could use those rockets to go on the offensive and fire those rockets into Israel, but they couldn't use those same rockets to at least try to stop Israeli Air Force from striking. And if Hamas are these resistance fighters that some people try to claim they are, then how was it they allowed Gaza to be destroyed into completely nothing but a wasteland and allow 50,000 Palestinians to be killed? And why is it that when their own people protest against Hamas, they beat, torture and kill the people of Gaza who are against them? It's clear, cut and dry, that Hamas is a terrorist organisation being funded by Iran, and the people who continue to defend Hamas are either terrorists themselves, completely naive, hate Jewish people and Israel, or have a narrative that they want to push and are just grifting off of the conflict and want to further their own agenda. Either way, Hamas is a terrorist organisation, and they've been on the terrorist watch list since the 90s. The Palestinian people are nothing but human shields to them. Hamas wants there to be more civilian casualties and starvation, so that way they can make the false narrative that Israel is committing a genocide. And sadly, it's working. And a lot of mainstream media report Hamas's false narrative without double fact-checking to see if it's credible or not. Hamas is responsible for stealing all the humanitarian aid that was meant for Gaza residents. Thousands of trucks have went into Gaza since the start of the war to deliver it humanitarian aid for the Palestinian people, but all of it has been stolen by Hamas. And there's video evidence to prove it. That's why the Israeli Defense Force, along with the help of the United States, set up their own humanitarian aid site so that the Palestinian people could get access to it without Hamas interference.